So you're telling me that the British Road Car Championship have raced on an oval? Well, yes, they have. They've not done the full oval, but they have raced on oval that is actually in the UK. Well, it kind of is, but it was definitely. Although that track has had a bit of a demise, but yeah. Oh, really? Is that the case? Indeed it is. So with a bit of a off sort of time, as we're in the depths of the summer break for the British Touring Car Championship, it is time to have a look at some sort of tracks that British Touring Car Championship used to go to that were a bit wacky, and this one is certainly takes a crown in sort of recent times, in my personal opinion. In this episode of the British Touring Car Championship Chicane, we're going to have a look at Rockingham Motor Speedway. It's located in Corby, in Northamptonshire, in the UK, which is not too far from Silverstone Circuit actually. And yeah, it was sort of built as a purpose-built oval, a 1.5 mile oval, similar to what you see in the States all the time, and it was sort of built to generate that kind of interest, that kind of crowd, and they had some quite big successes at first, but yeah, they kind of converted it into an infill road course. But you know, it was similar to like Daytona Motor Speedway, where they have both, and you can run both, not at the same time, but you can run both sort of layouts on the same track. It opened in 2001. The banking, to be specific, was 7.9 degrees. Yeah, with an infill road course, like I said, and it was designed to host the US Championships, most notably kart or IndyCar. Although there was the split that was happening around that time, and they did actually do that as well. And it was the first purpose-built oval in the United Kingdom ever since Brooklands, which I believe is the first ever racetrack that was in the UK. So that's quite a cool fact, and the fact that British Touring Car Championship raced here is quite cool, but it's a shame what's happened to it nowadays. Like I've mentioned, IndyCar or kart did race there. They only raced there twice though. After the circuit opened in 2001, where Gilles de Ferran won the race, God rest his soul, and Dario Franchitti won in 2002, which I believe was the start of his reign in the IndyCar series. He was only a rookie around this time, and people had no idea what he would go on to achieve after that. But after that, they had struggled to get into the American market once more, so they built that infill road course and allowed some other UK motorsports as well to sort of come in and sort of race on this modified track, if you like. They raced there as a one-off to start with, and they returned in 2007 all the way down to 2018. So after that, it was a permanent fixture on the calendar. It just took a while for the organisers to sort it all out, it seems like. It was quite tricky to find out what exact track they were on, because there was a lot of different layouts and stuff like that, but I believe this was the road course sports car short circuit or whatever, something like that. But essentially, it's 1.9 miles, 12 turns, and the race lap record was a 1 minute 18 seconds, 0.620, set by Mauro Cosma in the Dallara F307 2007 in Formula 3. So yeah, I got a bit confused at which sort of layout it was to start with, but then when I figured out it was, I was like, oh right. And actually the race lap record was like 10 seconds slower, I think, than the other one. But yeah, it was it's quite tricky trying to find out the layouts for this one, but it's okay. The first BTCC race here was won by Matt Neal in 2003, and Honda was really the team to beat, because over all these races they had 12 wins by all of the different drivers that raced for the Hondas during this time. No one else could get close really, but we're going to have to look at all the people that won in a Honda during this time. There was obviously Matt Neal with 4 wins, the triple champion in the British Touring Car Championship. Then we go to the double champion, Gordon Shedden, with 6 wins. All the others are 1 apiece, with Andrew Jordan, who had 1 win in 2013, and Chris Smiley, who's still in the championship today, who had 1 win apiece in 2018. But the circuit was sadly sold in late 2018, so not too long after British Touring Car Championship visited there for the very last time. And it's now used as a storage place for vehicles and just logistics and all that kind of thing as well. So like I say, it's had a sad ending to its life, and yeah, just a piece of history that we can't seem to get back really. It's a bit similar to Fontana in America, but at least we've still got the place and it's not being destroyed for a soulless bit of buildings. since then, the online car sales brand Cinch that I've actually purchased the site and I've used it for promotional ads and also some sort of track days and some challenges for car reliability and some stuff like that as well, and also some lap time stuff. So like some rip-off Top Gear stuff, if you like. I think I remember them having a really annoying advert around this time as well. And it was probably to drum up some interest for this as well. At least that's what I remember. It is a sad way to go, and it's sad to see a racetrack sort of like lose its edge like this. It's quite sad, but it's always sad when a racetrack closes. But this has so much potential to bring in like US series as well. It was quite fun. It's also could be like a collision of worlds type scenario, but that's just a pipe dream now. And yeah, it was quite a ballsy move, so I respect them for doing that, for like trying to do this kind of thing, and it was quite unique as well. But ultimately, nothing really happened with that, and that's really sad. But how it goes for some places, but that's why the ones that are still open you've got to cherish, because you never know when the last time is, like the great Carl Busch said. So you know, you've just got to appreciate the trace tracks that you go to and treat them with much respect as you can do. But yeah, this is a really interesting case, and I didn't even know half the stuff I did before I'd done some research into this, so it's really fascinating. I just remember watching it as a kid and I was like, that's kind of cool, because they actually used the oval last corner as like a turn as well, and they had to stop at a hairpin at the middle of the back straight, I believe it was. But yes, Rockingham Motor Speedway. If you've learned something here today, please let me know. And yes, it was very interesting. It's been quite fun trying to find out some interesting topics for the BTCC Chicane. I might have a look at another one before we go back in action in Throxton in a few weeks. So if you would like that, please let me know that. And if you've got any ideas for that, that'd be even more fantastic. But yes, Rockingham Motor Speedway is quite a sad sort of tale of motorsport, especially nowadays, but it's quite interesting at the same time. So I reckon it's good to learn about.